All right, good evening. It is Tuesday, February 11th, 6 p.m., and I'll call this meeting of the North Brookfield Board of Selectmen to order. If you all rise and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of February 4th
So moved.
and the executive session minutes of February 4th.
So moved.
I'll second. Any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. I'll entertain a motion to approve payroll warrant number 17 for $355,685.07. School warrant number 1062 for $96,470.89. General warrant number 1063 for $414,586.33. CDBG NB 21, that's the Community Development Block Grant, 1064 for $8,538.30. Wastewater treatment plant 1065 for $326,893.10, and school circuit breaker 1066 for $5,050.
So moved.
I'll second. Any discussion?
No.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I don't have any spending requests.
Oh, good.
Okay.
All right.
Moving right along.
So, we have some resignations. First one is, dear board members, I'm writing to inform you that I'm resigning from my position as town administrator effective April 5th, 2025. Mike Slosik. I'll entertain a motion to accept Mike's resignation.
So moved.
I'll second. Any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. This one here says, to the citizens of North Brookfield, I want to thank all of you that put your faith in me to elect me to this prestigious office to help oversee and manage our beloved town. I cannot thank you enough for the trust and support you have all given me. I also want to thank everyone who works for the town who have helped to make North Brookfield a better place to live and who I have had the pleasure of working closely with in this shared vision. However, due to a certain individual who has harassed me both in my elected role and my personal job by contacting my employer to force my hand, I have made the difficult decision to step down as your selectman. As many of you know, I work for the post office, and as a federal employee, there are certain regulations under the Hatch Act law that prohibit certain political activities by federal employees. Although being a selectman in itself is not a nonpartisan position and thus allowed under the Hatch Act, participating in any discussion with even so much as a resident or sending an email to a town employee while I am working is strictly prohibited and could cost me my job at the post office or worse. Technically, I can participate in my elected role after hours. However, I would not find myself able to effectively stay engaged and communicate with town employees in a timely manner. If I cannot give being a selectman my all, then I do not want to take up this position where someone else can give it more time and effort. I would like to thank the rest of the Board of Selectmen for working with them productive and agreeable in the best interests of the town. I will still continue to serve North Brookfield as a letter carrier for the post office, and I will continue to stay active and engaged as a citizen. I look forward to seeing you all out in the public. I've enjoyed my time in this role you've entrusted me in, the difficult challenges, and helping our residents overcome their difficulties. I am optimistic about the coming changes to our town that I have helped to be a part of that will soon start taking place in the months to come, and the positive changes I played a role in for our many departments. It has truly been an honor. I can only hope that my replacement will share the same love and ambition for this community. May God bless you all, and God bless North Brookfield. With respect, your neighbor, Vaughn Schlegel. So I'll entertain a motion to accept Vaughn's resignation.
So moved.
And I'll second. Any discussion?
No, other than I really appreciated working with Vaughn. He was, he did work really hard for this town, and it's too bad.
He did.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service, Vaughn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. We have a contract amendment Haley Ward. They're the engineers for the Mount Pleasant Street project, and they've incurred some additional costs because of the construction going longer than it was supposed to. And the amount is for $31,381. That's for construction administration and construction engineering. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the change order from Haley Ward.
So moved.
I'll second. Any discussion?
And this was something that we're going to go back on. Is that what you were saying earlier? Because we shouldn't have
There's
incurred any
another change order
costs.
from the contractor that we need to vote on, but that'll be coming in a couple of weeks. That's where we're negotiating the police details.
Got it, okay. Because I thought we weren't supposed to incur any additional costs for this project going over time.
Well, we weren't, but the engineer, I suppose we could go back and see if the contractor will pay for the engineering. But the engineer, and he's the OPM as well, so it's not the OPM's fault that the contractor didn't complete the job in time.
Okay. And these are additional costs,
To the engineer, not to the contractor,
Right.
because
right?
they were overseeing the project for us.
Okay, all right.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Brooke, you want to read the vote by mail?
Sure. The town clerk is respectfully requesting that the Board of Selectmen vote to opt out of vote by mail for fiscal year '25 municipal election. Absentee voting and absentee over-the-counter will be available. Absentee is for specific criteria: out of town on election day, physically unable to come to the polls on election day, or religious exemption. Complete the application and return to the town clerk's office by the deadline. Absentee over-the-counter is essentially early voting.
All right, I'll entertain the motion to accept and affirm the town clerk's request.
So moved.
Second, discussion?
Yes, I stand by making voting accessible to all is important, and so I think we should allow mail-in voting like the rest of the state does for all elections.
Well, I think that it's, I'm kind of torn, because traditionally, I'd like to see it done, you know, the way it's always been, but we're here where we are. The only problem I have really is the cost. There is an extra cost to the,
There is, but it's minimal, and it allows additional people to vote where they might have had hardship otherwise.
well, it is the wave of the future, I suppose, so. Right. All in favor?
No.
No. All right.
You missed the time extension. It's the first, it's new business B, contract amendment with Haley Ward, the time extension.
Oh,
We're extending it to June. Sorry, it's confusing because there was two Haley Ward things.
all right.
Oh, I didn't get that. I don't think I got that one in
Okay.
my packet. Maybe I did.
So we have a contract amendment for the
Should be up on.
change order that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Because they still have to finish Mount Pleasant Street. It says, by mutual agreement, as evidenced by the attached signatures, this agreement made with an effective date of the 18th of April 2023 is hereby amended effective December 9th, 2024 to reflect the following changes. Article 6, time of performance. 6.1 is extended through June 30th, 2025, with the exception of closeout activities. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the contract amendment.
So moved.
Second, discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. And we have a letter to Rico. You want to read that one?
Sure. To whom it may concern, please be advised that the town of North Brookfield is terminating their contract for equipment ID number C91233945, located at the Senior Center, 29 Forest Street, North Brookfield. This contract is void ab initio. The contract term exceeds 3 years without town meeting authorization, which is required under General Law, Chapter 30B, Section 12, and the contract was not authorized by the Select Board. The director of the Senior Center signed the contract without approval. For a town to be bound by a contract made on its behalf, there must be underlying authority in the town to make the contract, and the contract must be made by the town's authorized agent. Monadnock Display Fireworks, Inc. versus Town of Andover, 388 Mass. 153, 156 in 1983. Since agents of a municipality have no inherent powers to contract, persons having business relations with cities and towns are bound to take notice of the scope of authority of those professing to act as agents. It's another case, Simpson 236, Mass. At 213. Thus, one who seeks to contract with a municipality had the burden and a duty to inform itself with regard to the municipality's powers to enter contracts. And that's citing another case, Lemery versus Twombly, 281, Mass. 93, 97, 1932. Please confirm the receipt of this letter and that unauthorized contract has been terminated. Also, please provide a date when the equipment will be picked up from the Senior Center. Sincerely, Jason Petritis, Chairman of the Board. And Brooke Canada, Vice Chair.
I'll entertain a motion to sign and send this letter to Rico.
So moved.
Second. Discussion?
Nope.
Can I just say it was a previous director that did this? It was
Yeah,
a couple.
Oh, yes,
gonna
it's good to
Yeah.
clarify.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a previous
couple
director.
Directors ago.
Yeah,
Yep.
not our current director.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. So next we have the Board of Health recycle policy.
Yep.
The purpose is the Board of Health agrees to establish standards to promote purchasing environmentally preferred products. Policy is recycled product procurement policy. In recognition of the need to make more efficient use of our natural resources, create markets for the materials collected in recycling programs, reduce solid waste volume and disposal costs, and serve as a model for private and public institutions, the town of North Brookfield is committed to purchasing products which are environmentally preferable and/or made of recycled materials whenever such products meet quality requirements and are available at reasonable prices and terms. And then there's a whole list of different recommendations on here, and everybody will be able to view this.
And it's the same as last year.
Yep.
Yeah,
just needs
it's
to be
the same.
readopted.
I think
Yep.
it's the same every year. It is the same every year. It's just so that they can apply for the Sustainable Materials
Grant.
Recovery Program.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll entertain a motion to accept the Board of Health policy for recycled product procurement.
So moved.
Second, any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right. Public comment period.
Do we have one more thing?
This isn't on the agenda, but I added it
Oh,
last minute.
okay.
If you guys want to bring it up, it's a discharge, a lien discharge on real estate. It just came in last minute, so I threw it in. But we can wait if you want.
No, that's fine.
I'm fine with approving that tonight.
What's that?
I said I'm fine with doing it tonight,
Yeah.
if you want to just get it done.
Yeah, do you want to read
Okay.
it?
Sure. The city and town of North Brookfield, party to an agreement and loan of $25,000 from fiscal year 20 North Brookfield Community Assistance Program to Holly Chisholm, owner of property located at 19 Pine Lane, Brookfield, Massachusetts, as evidenced by assignment of proceeds recorded with Worcester County Registry of Deeds at book 69660, page 29. Acknowledge satisfaction of the same. So this is a loan that's been completed.
All right. I'll entertain a motion to sign the discharge of lien on real estate.
So moved.
Second, any discussion?
No?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, now, public comment period. And we have, about 14 minutes. Brandon?
I don't know if anybody's familiar with the Uniquely Quabbin magazine, but the last issue had an article on North Brookfield and a couple of photos that were courtesy of the Historical Society. So anybody has a chance to pick that up, it's a nice little
What's the name
article.
of it?
Uniquely Quabbin. And it's also featuring some other local towns.
Nice.
But there's a nice little article on North Brookfield with a couple photos. So check it out if you have time, and you can find one.
Nice.
It's also available online.
All right. Kathy?
Yes. I'm just reminding you that next year is the 250th birthday.
It is.
It is. And so,
It's John's too.
50 years ago, I was around when we had the bicentennial. I was part of the bicentennial committee 50 years ago. I've kept all my paperwork. I have that. And I am, I guess, I'm seeking your permission, I guess. Can we go ahead? Can we form a committee? I don't know what the committee would be called, because I don't know what you call a 250th anniversary.
That's exactly what you call it.
Yep.
I know, but it's not, is it a bicentennial and a half? Is it,
Well, when they did
250.
Quabog, it was the 350th anniversary,
okay.
right? So we could
But
call
that was
it.
great. This is our entire country.
Right.
So anyway, when we had it 50 years ago, we had a lot of stuff going on. We had a Know Your Town History Day where the members of the Historical Society in period costume were at many of the local smallpox cave was Madame Richardson. Pat Potter had Waite's Mill down at Waite Corner. I had Matthews Fulling Mill on Murphy Road. So various historical sites.
Sure.
That was a town history day. And then I was able to set up with the Quabog Rubber Company. We had a Know Your Town Industry Day. And I worked with Quabog, and we had tours. They had a tour, actually. It was a real big deal, real big deal. And I was thinking that why not do that again? So there's other things. I've talked to several people. There's interest. They would like to be part of it. They have good ideas, but I think it should come from the Board of Selectmen. I've done this before. I've come to the Selectmen and they say, get a committee. So I have no problem getting a committee.
Okay.
But want your blessing, I guess. I think it needs to come through you. Not looking for money, just say, hey, the town of North Brookfield has a committee in setting up a celebration for the 250th anniversary.
Okay. Do you already have people in mind?
I have some in mind, but I would like to open it up. I actually have some
Sure.
who
I think
say that
everybody
they
should be involved.
would. They'd like
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Yes. But I would say let's open it up. See if other people want to be involved with it, and actually come before you when we have something big going on. I would suggest
All right.
work with you.
Well,
Work with the board.
do you see any reason to wait?
No, I don't.
All right,
In fact, I think it probably needs a lot of planning.
Yes, it does.
I'll entertain a motion to advertise and look for for people to be on a committee, the 250th anniversary of the birth of the United States Committee.
So moved.
I'll second. Any discussion? Any further discussion?
No, I guess the only thing I would say is make sure to reach out to other groups that you think might be interested.
Oh,
Like I'm thinking
absolutely.
of Parks and Rec might be interested.
Oh, yeah,
and-
oh, yeah, there's,
Yeah.
there's so much we can do.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun.
Yep.
Let's,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks for taking the lead.
Mr. Tripp.
I just want to say thank you to the Board of Selectmen.
okay.
You're welcome.
Okay, you're welcome. All right. Anybody else? Public comment period?
Yeah, I want to say, that not on top of what John is saying, that you guys are going through some difficult times. I'm guessing. It's-
I know. I laugh, but it's not funny. It's just
difficult
a
times, and,
reaction.
I for one appreciate what you're going through and applaud your being able to handle it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Announcements. We have
Yes.
one announcement. So to follow up on our previous announcement regarding the 2025 annual town elections, nomination papers are available and can be picked up at the town clerk's office. We have some seats that remain without a candidate and some that we have not heard from the incumbents. For those incumbents who have decided not to run again, we thank you for your service and contribution to the town. We strongly encourage those that have ever thought of contributing to the governance of our community to get involved. Every seat is important to the future of our community. The following are the seats that are up for election in 2025. Board of Selectmen, 1 seat for a 3-year term. Brooke Canada is not seeking re-election. Jamie Gilman and John Tripp have both returned nomination papers and are candidates for the seat. Board of Selectmen, 1 seat for a 2-year term to fill a vacancy. This is a separate seat and will need candidates. Town Moderator, 1 seat for a 3-year term. As announced last year, Jim Caldwell will not be seeking re-election. Town Clerk, 1 seat for a 3-year term. Tara Hayes is seeking re-election. School Committee, 1 seat for a 3-year term. Tanya Matthews is not seeking re-election. School Committee, 1 seat for a 2-year term to fill a vacancy. Board of Assessors, 1 seat for a 3-year term. Sheila Buzzell is seeking re-election and has returned her nomination papers. Board of Assessors, 1 seat for a 2-year term to fill a vacancy. Mary Elizabeth Kolarski is seeking an election and has returned her nomination papers. Board of Health, 1 seat for a 3-year term. Jillian Phillips is not seeking re-election. Cemetery Commissioner, 1 seat for a 3-year term. Melissa Magario has taken out papers but has not returned them yet. Library Trustees, 2 seats for a 3-year term. Margaret Bodine is not seeking re-election. I have not heard from David Mayer. Planning Board, 1 seat for a 5-year term. John Turner is not seeking re-election. Constables, 3 seats for a 3-year term. Dennis Trella is seeking re-election and has returned his nomination papers. Tim Nason is seeking re-election and has not returned his papers. Vaughn Schlegel has returned his nomination papers. All seats are looking for candidates, but the ones without a candidate are the following: Selectman 2-year, Moderator, School Committee 3 years, School Committee 2 years, Board of Health, Library Trustee, and Planning Board. All right. And then the town clerk's office has descriptions of these seats, but we strongly encourage anyone interested to attend meetings or to talk to other board and committee members. Remember, local elections have the largest impact on your daily life. All right. So at 6:30, we're going to go into executive session to discuss negotiations. So what I'll do is I'll entertain a motion to recess until 6:30 and then go into executive session for reason number 3, to discuss strategy with respect to police union negotiations, and number 2, to conduct collective bargaining sessions pursuant to General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A3.
So moved.
Second, Jason Petraeus, yes.
Brooke Canada, yes.
All right. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night. Oh.